Raise a glass and the night is gone and so there's a light that leads into a world, a place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise a glass and sing along. So raise a glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrating, drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new Raise a glass and the night is gone and so there's a light that leads into a world, a place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise a glass and sing along. So raise a glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrating, drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new world. Raise a glass and oh, night is gone and so there's a light that leads into a world, a place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise a glass and sing along. So raise your glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrating, drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new world. Raise a glass and oh, night is gone and so there's a light that leads into a world, a place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise a glass and sing along. So raise your glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrating, drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new world. Raise a glass and night is gone and so there's a light that leads into a world, a place to be unknown, discovered by my own. Raise a glass and sing along. So raise your glass, your home's where you belong. Feel the love, my brother, sing along. Celebrating, drinking all night long. Feel the earth moving. Just let it in and let it out. Into a new world.
We're live. It's us. Hi, everyone.
Hey, it's us! Surprise! Hello, everyone. Welcome to Critical Drinking, your favourite Sunday night D&D show that's all women and also contains alcohol. I don't know how many of them you have, but this is definitely your favourite. I've made that decision for you now. I hope you're all well, having a good lazy Sunday. Or very active Sunday. Again, this is your favourite show, but I'm not going to dictate any other part of your life. We are here to drink and play D&D. Before we start the show tonight, we have a couple of announcements. All of them very exciting. As you can see by the emotes and the XP and the other various things and the wild amount of you that have been subscribing, we are now affiliates as of last Sunday. A lot of you probably saw that. Yeah, fucking drink for that, eh? A lot of you probably saw that all go down on Thursday, but we've been having chats about it, and we have decided that because...
Ooh, bits. Thank you.
Because we are just starting out on this, and we want this stream to do good as well as be good. 20% of all of the subs and the bits and all of the revenue from this channel, we are going to donate to charity. What charity, I hear you ask? We haven't decided yet, but it will be one relative to the stream and women in gaming and just the D&D sphere, making D&D more inclusive. There are a bunch of charities around that. It will probably also change as we go. But yeah, that is our plan. So if you are subscribing to us, you are not only subscribing to the channel, but doing something a little bit good for some cool charities, which will be announced kind of anon once we decide what they are. The other thing is that due to lives and the way they are, the next couple of weeks we will be taking off from the main campaign because we won't all be here. And as we are kind of starting to wrap up this campaign, we want to make sure that everyone is here till the end. So the next couple of weeks, Fisticuffs is subscribed.
Fisticuffs to you.
Thank you, Fisticuffs. Yes, the next couple of weeks will be some fun little one-shots with a portion of the cast. It won't be all of us. Just to tide you over until we can pick up the main campaign again. Once we have wrapped up this campaign, we have some very, very exciting things planned for a series of several weeks, doing some very, very cool one-shots with some cool other people that are not us. I mean, we will be here. We will still be here.
And drinking.
And we will still be drinking. But there will be, we're going to get some other people involved. We hopefully have some new shows in the week lined up as well. So yeah, we're just fucking out making moves, doing things, making plans and schemes, and we are very, very, very excited for you to see what they all are, as we are very excited to do them. That all wrapped up and being said, let us introduce the cast. I will roll my trusty D4 of person choosing. We will go to Miss Sasha. Sasha, who are you? What are you doing? And what are you drinking?
Who am I? I know, genuinely, what a fun question. I am Sasha, otherwise known as my dear lady disdain. Most of you know me from the Questing Time chat, really. I'm just very, active on there in the Discord.
This. Now, I think you can now know us from this.
We were doing the Monday night murder stream on Questing Time, and as I joined the chat, I got thoroughly roasted by and its Twitch affiliate streamer, my dear lady Disdain. And then again on Board Games last night with Kismet and a bunch of the folks, again, just like, our own resident celebrity. And I'm like, what are any of you talking about?
That's the kind of roasting we love to see.
I'm just like, literally, I think Moose or Kismet was like, no, we're talking about you. And I was like, oh, right. Anywho, but more importantly, my character is named Mirabelle Montague, and she is a cleric healed wolf. A cleric of the Laugh Domain and a cleric of the god Sharon Lar, who is a god of fertility, of romance, of music, of dancing. And so she is on a mission to heal, and especially to help Bridget through her hand do, because poor Bridget is so naive in the ways of the world. But we're going to help her out, aren't we, girls? The accent really veers here and there, but I reckon it's fine. And as per usual, I am drinking a Georgian wine from a very suspicious plastic bottle. Tonight is a very straightforward Saperavi, which is a dry red wine from the Saperavi grape. And back to you in the studio to steal the Questing Time joke.
Excellent. Thank you so much. I will never show that joke quite as much disdain as Paul does, because
I really like it.
I think it's quite delightful. Right, next up, I rolled another one. For Miss Andrea, who are you? What are you doing, and what are you drinking? I hope we know the answer to the last question.
Yeah, right. I mean, honestly, oh God, that's so sad. I have to apologize to people because I don't have Curly's today, and I felt really bad. Like, for the past 3 hours, I've been sad about that. But anyway, hi guys, my name is Andrea, and I am playing Gwyneth, who is a druid tiefling who really just wants to be an influencer, and she is like really just trying to get her likes up. She's really trying to get those photos in and trying to get friends who are better at taking photos of her. So unfortunately today I'm drinking kind of the opposite of who I am, I think. It's called Mas Macho double IPA.
Hell yeah.
It's the only thing we had in our fridge today, and Truly's will never sponsor me now, so it's really sad. Anyway, off we go.
That is tragedy, but we respect a diversity of drinks around this table, unless apparently it's Coors Light, in which case you just get relentlessly roasted for drinking that.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking Coors Light today. I am drinking another very basic beer. But this dice apparently only rolls 4s or 1s. 3, Miss Emily, who are you? What are you doing? What are you drinking?
Hi, I'm Emily, and similarly to Sasha, who am I? I'm just I wake up every morning, stare in the mirror, and ask myself that question, and I haven't really gotten an answer back yet. My character here is Hildegard Nelson. She is from Minnesota, because lots of places have a Minnesota. She is a mother of 2 rambunctious twins. She is a warlock. She's a Goliath. And her lovely wife is a wood elf named Norma, who is very, very patient. I also
Love
do
Nova.
my best to run some of the tech stuff. And
Very well.
oh, thank you. It's a learning process. And I wanted to let everyone know that I'm super excited to have added a technical thing that I'm excited to see implemented once or twice, which is thank you. I'm seeing all hail Queen Emily's. There's now a wheel that you can use your XP on to send Clara a text message from the Centaur. So yeah, that's what's exciting in my world.
Yeah, that's fucking lit, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, can we see a demonstration? Actually, well, I guess we'll see the demonstration when someone actually uses it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm drinking Fernet and Coke again, because
Nice,
I
stunning.
just do the same thing every time.
Stunning. And last but not least, I will roll until I get a 3. I got a 3. No, you're 2, aren't you? 2. Sarah, who are you? What are you doing? And what are you drinking?
So I'm Sarah. I know who I am. Clearly, you don't know who you are. So, you know,
Just your ways.
what are you all doing here is my question. I play...
Someone else?
I mean,
Yeah.
aren't we all, babe? I play Clara Corda Ursa, which I'm going to get right this week because I've said it wrong every other week. And she is a female bugbearian. She's a wannabe tattoo artist, actual makeup artist for a wedding, much to her disdain, and accidental sex pest. I think that's the best of it. For anyone who's wondering, despite us leading to everyone to believe for weeks that she was big, she's actually only 4'1", which is
I forgot.
for a bugbear.
Very little.
But she also has arms in proportion to being a normal bugbear, which means that effectively she looks like Mr. Tickle.
It's horrific.
Actual nightmare. She's like, why doesn't anyone fancy me? Because you're you know, it should be okay, but like there's something about this and the fact that you're blue and the fact that we know you're supposed to look like this and you don't, that I find incredibly ableist, and you're all incredibly disappointing.
No, we're vibing with it. We're vibing it.
We love
very
it.
deeply long arms and the tiny little body.
Especially with all the burnt hair off of your face and your legs.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yes.
god. She's looking like Homer Simpson right now. It's really bad.
Yeah, it's
I think it's safe to say at this point in time that she is the personification of a hot mess, right?
for sure.
with the accent on the mess. Poor old Clara. And yeah, I am. You'll all be really pleased to know that I am already halfway through a pint glass of gin and tonic.
Oh shit! I thought you were hydrating.
I did too. Wow, I'm proud.
So I've had one shot from the hilarious 90s shot glass. I don't know if you can see it. I've never shown what the shot is because they are hilarious 90s shot glass. I've had one of those already, and this contains an entire bottle of tonic and a fairly substantial dose of gin, and I'm halfway through it. So.
Well, we got the hot part. We're gonna get to the mess part soon, I'm sure. So that's good.
Quick question before we get back to it. Well, the chat has raised that there is a little bit of a bad audio sync, but Jacqueline says a little bit, but best not to fiddle with it. How do we feel? Basically, I want to ask the chat how bad.
Yes.
How bad is it? Should we try to fix it, or is it going to deter you from enjoying the stream?
Yeah. Does refresh.
If you're going to leave, please don't. We'll try and fix it.
Yes.
If you aren't that fast,
Yeah.
deal with it.
Yeah, basically.
And I think it's important to remind people at this point that we are communicating over the Atlantic, so the cups on string we're using to broadcast this, there might be a bit of a lag.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did an
Very
very
low
solo
string.
cup.
Classic.
Okay, we've got some okays. It's not too bad. Just
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet. Well then, I suppose we shall get going. I am Han, I'm your benevolent DM, and I'm drinking already. Because
Not Coors Light.
it's not called
We got
Sly.
shit on.
Who the fuck are you, and what have you
It's
done with our DM?
I drank the stupidly large box of Coors Light that I drank. I bought like 15 Coors Light, and I don't know why. I panicked. So now I'm drinking Moretti, which is like a fine beer. It's all right. It was sunny. It was sunny yesterday, and that always makes me want to drink, slightly gassy beer. It is now no longer sunny. If you live in London or anywhere in the UK, you will know that it's been pissing it down with rain all day. So, and yet we continue on. Last week, we found our adventurers. We met our adventurers midway through an escape room, an adventurer-themed escape room. They were there on the hen do of Miss Bridget Stormsbane, soon to be Miss Bridget Brom. Brom is his first name. She was soon to be Bridget Borg. I don't know why I made his first name and his second name so similar.
It sounds horrible anyway.
Yeah, his name is Bromborg.
I mean, and that's why she shouldn't marry him.
She's being assimilated into the Borg.
Bromborg, yeah. Moretti's a nice beer, all right. It's very easy to drink, very light, it goes down smooth, and it feels like a summer day. Anyway, they were kind of a day and a half into the. They were a day into this hen do. They had already caused a great ruckus at a bar the previous night, and when I say they caused, the incompetent stripper caused by enchanting some petting zoo animals into some horrific creatures of the night. Hashtag fuck Jason. Leaving that behind, they went to their next destination the following day, which was Real Adventurers Adventures, an adventuring themed escape room that promised to give all of the participants a taste of what it's like to be one of their favorite adventuring heroes. Last week, they were halfway through it, and in a stirring turn of events that the DM did not anticipate, they triggered a very long combat sequence involving a lot of different creatures, which, in all honesty, is entirely on the DM for not realizing that's exactly what they would do. They also met a Cerberus, attempted to adopt it, like they seem to do with most of the creatures that they encounter. But once they finally exited that combat, they found themselves where they are now, where we meet them now, in a slightly strange room that is not dissimilar to the holodeck, if Star Trek existed in this universe. Clara has ventured forth through the door at the opposite end of the room and found herself in the gift shop of Real Adventurers Adventures, and the whole place seems to be entirely deserted. No! Shit!
Super user.
Yay! Lasagna.
Right.
To the consultant of this campaign.
Yes.
Yes. My benevolent editor and writing partner Tom has finally subscribed to this channel.
I like to think if this were Taskmaster, super user Tom is Tim Key.
Oh, you're my little Alex.
Cute.
Tom is well into 6 foot, and I'm 5'5", so I actually I'm 7 foot of Greg Davis in a 5'5" bag, I think.
Yeah.
But you're not 5'6".
You're not
So
5'6",
close.
but because 5'6" is the ultimate, people. But also as well, of course, my brain immediately went. So Steeper User is bringing the horn to this stream, which in context.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Someone's got to do it, so you know.
She died. The horn has killed her.
This is how I die, but it's fine.
My mother has asserted the fact that I'm 100% Greg in my mind, which I will take. So yes, as we open up in media res, Clara is at the doorway to the gift shop. The others are still in this strange grey room with lines all over the ground, with completely empty. What do you want to do?
So Clara's in the gift shop on her own, right?
Yeah, yes. As of yet, the rest of you standing at the door that you entered to this weird room into, you can see through the door on the opposite side, because it's quite a big door. It's always been quite a big door, but the other times when you opened it, it was just this weird magical darkness. You couldn't see any further. It's still daytime outside. Clara has swung this door open, and all of you can see through to the gift shop that's on the other side. It just you can see shelves and a desk and some real adventures kind of branding on the walls, but yeah.
So I'm still wolfy right now. I know I already smelled for Bridget, and Bridget is gone, but can I smell to see if I recognize any smells? Like, it's like this, like, supposed to be like another part of the dungeon. So I don't know. I just want to smell things, like, for the sake of like I just want to see where things are.
Yeah. Yes. What is do you have a specific skill as a wolf? Does it give you, say, advantage on perception checks? Because I can imagine that being what the smell.
I mean, that's what, I figured I could do some, like, perceptions to see if I can smell, like, either Megan or Jason or, like, any familiar scent around here.
Give me a perception check, and you can have it with advantage for specifically nose-based things.
Okay, with advantage, it's 18, because I had, the first one wasn't great.
Super. What you can, standing at the back of this room, what you can perceive is in the space itself, you can smell a lot of you, and you can smell a lot of your companions very heavily in this space, all over this space, in the corners, and very much in the center. If you could see tracks on the ground, you would see those are the places that you have kind of ventured. And through the door, I can imagine on in your perception, you've probably moved about into the middle of the room, so you've come closer to the door. You can smell Jason.
Okay.
And you have you've pretty much entirely lost Bridget. And you can also smell Megan, but again, very faintly. You didn't really spend a great deal of time with her, but there's enough there that she has been about.
So the most recent, like, smell, like, is Jason. Like, Jason's, like, the one that probably left latest or something. Based on the...
Yes, Jason and Megan are the two ones you can smell the most. Okay. In terms of sight, you're mainly in this room, so you don't really see anything other than, again, this room is just really weird. There's not really anything to it. It's these that is what you perceive with your wolf nose.
Cool. Nice. I want to come back into being like a tiefling. I'm just gonna undo my wild shape and just tell people, like,
what does it look like when you undo your wild shape? Is it a grotesque, like, all of your bones breaking and forming back into the form? I like that. Or is it more majestic and?
No, I feel like it's gonna be really gross, so I just keep yelling at people, "Don't look at me!" It's just funny. So yeah, it's a whole me trying to hide it, but you can tell that I'm not having a great time, and it's pretty gross. But then I'm just like, okay, guys, I kind of smell Jason and Megan over there because I need you guys to know. but I can't smell Bridget. I don't know where Bridget is anymore, guys.
Hildy and I are still like in the room. We haven't walked through, I guess, yet.
No.
So Mirabelle just kind of calls out sheepishly to Claire. Clara, do you see anything out there? What's going on? Is it safe?
I mean, it's literally, there's nothing here. Like, there's nothing here. There's a gift shop. There's absolutely fuck all. I don't know how else I can say this to you, Mirabelle. There's nothing here. There's no one. There's absolutely zilch, nada, nothing. But there is some semblance of daylight, so it's obviously daytime, so I'm assuming that's a bit weird.
Give me an investigation check, Clara. Very low DC.
Gladly. 19.
Oh, yeah. If you, as you're looking around the gift shop, you look to your right. On your left is the big window that's kind of opening out into the lobby, and on your right there's just more stuff. But on the wall there is a clock, and you can see that it's been about 2.5 hours since you went in.
Yep.
So there doesn't seem to be any sort of time dilation going on. That's about how long it felt like you were in there. So no funky stuff has gone in with that. You've literally just popped out 2.5 hours after you went in.
So Mirabelle, just to give you context, we've been here about as long as it feels like we've been here, which is intellectually days. Physically timed about 2.5 hours.
I think Mirabelle kind of like sheepishly goes through to join Clara in the gift shop.
And Hildy tags along, just kind of like, okay, well, we still have no information, so on the bright side, nothing's gotten worse.
No.
Catherine is tagging along behind, and she says, you said that nothing's gotten worse. Don't these places normally have people in them?
Yeah.
Oh,
But I smell people over there. I think they left.
I mean, but on the upside, we met the people who worked here, and let's be honest, they were douche canoes of humans. And so...
Ira.
Well, I mean,
Let's be
Megan,
nice.
Jason maybe, but Megan was just, she was just trying to do her
Awful.
job, wasn't she? Well,
No.
she was a bit of a pain in the
Awful.
arse, but...
Awful. Catherine, I don't know how high a bar you set for friends.
Well, I mean... I had a few.
I mean, let's just put it this way. We're not inviting any of them to a fondue party, right?
No, but is it...
Party, you got
Are
that.
we having a fondue party?
What's a fondue party?
That's
Oh.
a different thing, darling.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
We can have one of those if you want as well. I'm sure Mirabelle could probably set it up for us.
I'm not going anywhere near a party Mirabelle sets up. We've been there, we've done that.
And we had a great time. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I can't post those kinds of pictures online anyway, so fine.
No. Clara looks at the gift shop. Is there anything interesting in the gift shop that we might want to borrow?
Oh, shit.
Before she does that, she has a deep. She hears a deep sigh from behind her, as Mirabelle goes, "Well, what does she go?"
Oh, you absolute bastard.
Also, that was so mean. That
I'm
was
sorry.
Kind of amazing. That was beautiful.
Oh, God. Now, listen, Clara. I know you think you didn't have a good time, but just because that one elf fella was down at my feet kind of having a go there doesn't mean that it wasn't a good time. And I mean, yeah, sure, like, the group in the corner was certainly doing some questionable things, but they were consenting adults just having a good time.
What about the sheep, though?
And the sheep, yeah, well, we had animal talking, and they definitely consented. We asked. I swear. And I prayed to Sharon God, and we had dispensation. The sheep were a gift.
I know.
I think if we just had better communication, Clara, we could all had a great time. I don't know why you had to sit in your room the whole night. I mean, it was a party for you. It was your welcoming party.
And all anyone looking at Clara at this point will see is that like she begins very slightly rocking on the spot.
Now, it's not my fault. I didn't know what a bugbear might want. It's my first time, meeting you and so on. So I just did the best I could.
Well, I feel like this is probably some things that you should probably work out between the two of you, because that sounded like both a very fun opportunity missed and quite a traumatic experience. And I think we're all very open and willing to talk about these kind of things, but I kind of want to know where Bridget is.
I meet you. I just keep feeling this tension between Clara and myself, and I really do want to be friends. I don't understand why we can't get along. So we can discuss it later. But Clara, I really am trying.
If I see you anywhere in the vicinity of my feet, I will kick you.
In fairness, that was not my idea. I was just rolling with it.
Good pun. Who wanted to have a look around? Clara, were you having a look around the?
Yeah, if we've exited through gift shop, Clara wants to have a good nose around.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyone who is having a nose around in the gift shop, roll me a perception check.
Okay, we got her back.
There we go. All right.
21, baby.
Ooh la la. Oh. A 7.
13.
I'm done smelling, so I'm just gonna browse the gift shop. I'm literally looking at the scarves.
Mirabelle's been so distraught with this heart to heart, trying to justify herself, that she rolled a 7 and sees fuck all.
Mirabelle, you get distracted pretty much instantly by the tat in the gift shop. There are most of the shelves. There are kind of 4 or 5 shelves, and a couple of kind of display cases. Just with the kind of stuff you would find in one of these gift shops. Again, this is me entirely speculating because I've never been to an escape room. But there are T-shirts, there are hats, there are magnets, there are posters, there are medals that say stuff that like, I'm a real adventurer, TM. Or ask me about when I slayed a Cerberus at Real Adventures, TM. It's good quality stuff, but it is all kind of very slightly on the tacky side. Clara, what you see, and it's the first thing that you saw when you first went in, was this big desk. It's a fairly ornate desk, and has a little stool behind it and a big stack of certificates and this hilariously extravagant fountain pen with this huge feather, entirely not practical. And with a 21, you very much get the idea that it's the kind of thing where you would walk up and there would be someone sat behind the desk and you'd be a big congratulations, and they'd write your name on a certificate and hand it to you as a sort of proof of attendance. With a 21, what you can also see next to the stack of certificates is a little brass key. And
That's me. I'm sorry, guys. I wanted to buy our stickers because I can't use them. Sorry.
That's very funny.
Sorry, guys.
You still got a drink.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Yep,
Sorry.
yep.
Yes, there is a little brass key on the desk. Just general other stuff in the room is a cashier's desk. This big open window that goes to the main lobby, and a door out to the main lobby as well.
Okay, so Clara's going to vault over the desk so that she is the...
Make me an athletics check.
Athletics?
You're 4 feet tall.
I will let
I can't
you
just be
use
flipping this.
I mean, I still got a 10.
You do it, it doesn't look good. The papers go flying as your feet catch the papers. You think you've given yourself enough room, your feet catch the stack of papers. So in one way, it does look very cool, but in another way, it makes a great deal of mess. Which, in all honesty, that's kind of Clara's brand. So she's probably absolutely vibing with the whole thing she's done. You do knock the key on the floor, but you can still see it.
Also, really long arms, like disturbingly long arms, as we've just established. So, what she's going to do is that she is going to write a certificate with Gwyneth's real name on it. And then she's going to clamber back over the desk, pick up the key, and hand the certificate to Gwyneth and be like, "I thought you might want this for your gram."
I like grab it and I go like, I don't know her, and I give it back to you.
In our drinking rules, it says we have to drink if it makes someone like cheer or like groan. Does gasp count?
Yes.
I think it should.
I think gasp counts. Okay, we'll drink to that.
Yeah. And then she's like, I'm like, oh really? Because I thought that was, isn't that your name?
No, I've never heard of her before. I have no idea who that is. Anyway, do you think this shirt would look nicer in pink or in purple on me? I hold up 2 shirts. They're the same shirt, except one is in pink and one in purple.
I mean,
with your red skin tone?
It's kind of pinkish. I've been trying to you know about the bleach. Come on. I've been trying
no.
Red color.
Is that
Seriously,
it? Oh,
Skål.
Lasagna.
Lasagna. You know, I really sort of like the pink on you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
right?
it's pretty.
it's like it's a baby pink, and you're that kind of deep hot pink that your skin really offsets it. I think it looks. Yeah, I would go with pink.
Thank you. That's
If
wonderful.
we want anything, do you think we have to? Do you think we should leave? I mean, I guess we should probably go find someone and then pay for it.
I mean, I think they owe us. They owe us when we have lost the bride in there entirely safe.
That's true.
Well, I mean, again, maybe that sort of thing's. Maybe it's supposed to happen. You know how sometimes they, separate the group, and have you been to those like immersive theatre things that sometimes they do at the theatre in Brideswood? Have you been to one of those?
Oh,
I went to one
yeah.
in the library. It was really good. Yeah, have you been to it, Hildy? Yeah, they're fun, aren't they?
Norma and I went to Sleep No More, and I got kidnapped. I missed the whole show. I was just in Malcolm's weird little room looking at candy and things.
Yeah, so sometimes they do this kind of thing. I bet she'll be somewhere in here, I'm sure, because, adventures are half the time about saving someone. So, she'll be about.
Can I just double check something, right? Are you two saying that you paid to go through a vaguely traumatic experience when I left home to literally avoid going through traumatic experiences?
Well, there's different types of trauma, isn't there? It's kind of fun to be smuggled out of a theatre experience that you've paid a lot of money for, and then have to go and sit in a room and wait for your friends to finish it, and then pretend that you did have a really good time and you feel like your money was well spent, because somehow it's slightly embarrassing that you didn't manage to go and see the whole show, even though it was entirely not out of your hands.
I mean,
Be specific.
yeah.
Anyway,
So
Gwyneth, that shirt looks lovely on you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Um,
Yeah, I was just gonna write them a little note with like my phone number and say IOU, and like I can give them a free yoga class or something. So, does anyone have a pen?
Oh sure.
A pen.
Hildy hands her
Thank
a
you.
pen and is like, yeah, you can pay them in exposure. Really good idea.
She
Oh,
gets
that's a
it.
great idea.
All that exposure in Minnesota.
Oh yeah, northern exposure.
Please, please,
I don't know who
please
that is.
don't tell Mirabelle that she can pay an exposure because it won't mean the same thing.
Yeah. Oh, although Mirabelle, if you wouldn't mind, if you could just help me a little bit in terms of, I'm pretty hurt. I took a real walloping before. You know, I'm not exactly near death or anything, but I'm in pain. So.
Actually, yeah, I'm not doing great either.
I noticed this was a thing.
I mean, I don't know where anyone else is, but I'm probably at least as half near death as I would like to be at any point in my life.
Darlings, I have a suggestion because I am quite low on spells at this stage. I could try to do some cure wounds at first level, but I only have 2 spell slots left. So do we have time for a short rest while we regroup and try to think about what to do for to find Bridget?
I think we probably could. We could. Well, I mean, I feel like we should double check that there isn't anyone here first, because they might just be all having a smoke out the back, and in which case us just parking off might be a bit embarrassing. That last room was weird.
I mean, it's not right. At which point goes, hello, is there anyone having a fag out the back of this shithole?
There
Very
is
different.
no response.
I don't think there's anyone having a fag out the back of this shithole, guys.
Catherine turns to you, Clara, and says, "What's that key for?"
No, it's a key. It was on that thing over there where you get your certificates. The certificate that Gwyneth handed back.
Oh,
They got my name wrong. I don't know what's wrong with them.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely don't know who that is. Not all tieflings are related, just so you know. So just because we have the same last name doesn't mean that we're the same. So.
Well, it's got to be a key for something. They don't normally just have them lying around, do they?
Here you go, Clara, throws her the key.
She
It's just now
says,
known.
great. As I'm a character run by the DM, I know what this is a key for, but I'll roll an investigation check anyway.
I think Mirabelle does the same. To give us a bit of.
I rolled a 3, so I've got no idea what this is key for.
Nat 20, my bitches.
Anyway,
Hey,
it is. I will just clarify. It is unfortunately a nat 20 -1.
But isn't that 20 a nat 20?
Nat 20 is a
A
nat
nat
20.
20
You just have to
is-
roll it.
It is a nat 20.
What
So
are
we
the
drink
rules?
to that.
Also, thank you, Swarb.
Yes. So many reasons to drink.
cool.
It's
Thank
just
you.
like my birthday.
Another beer.
I hate to get more vino.
Sarah.
Mirabelle, yes, you remember the previous.
5th of November.
Remember the 5th of the gunpowder treason and blood.
Plowder pot.
I don't know what the
Plowder pot.
the answers to that are either remember the 5th of November, or do you remember the 21st night of September? Those are the 2 acceptable answers.
Wake me
no.
up.
You have your mind cast back to but a mere hour and a half before, as you were wandering around the wizard's study, and you remembered someone. Oh,
Thank you. Lasagna.
Jam.
Yes.
Happy almost 5 in the morning for you.
oh, lordy. You remember someone deftly picking the lock of a drawer in a desk, of which you see in front of you.
I see. So, Mirabelle goes and puts the key in the desk.
Of course. The 3 I rolled was very embarrassing. It opens the drawer in this desk, and in there you find 6 small bottles, little potion bottles with stoppers. Anyone who wants to make an investigation, roll an investigation check on the bottles, or if you're just gonna fucking down it, also
It is. We've got drinks.
Clara is pre-programmed to just reach for a drink and down it. Down it.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, you do that. It's a potion of healing. Roll 2d4 and add 2, and that's how many hit points you regain. There are 6 of these bottles.
Are they all the same?
They all look the same. Yes, they're all the same color and the same size.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I will have one of those, I think. And I'm sorry, how much did you say they're worth?
So 2d4 plus 2.
Okay, thank you.
So, okay.
So they're only little, but there is an amount of healing there.
Yay!
For those who need it.
Hey.
Mirabelle hands it out. Gwyneth, Hildy, have some healing, darlings.
Oh,
Thank
thank
God.
you.
God, this is good.
Catherine's standing there going, I think I'll be all right.
Are you sure there?
I did take a lot of damage, but I mean, I could take 1, but you guys get yourself feeling right as rain, and I'll just take a good nap.
I rolled 2 4s, so I got myself 10 hit points back, baby, and I'm going to just personally drink for that. No,
I mean,
so how many have been used?
I'm
used
back
one.
to full.
Excellent.
I used 1, but I'm still not full.
I'm still pretty damaged.
So you 2 have used 1, so there are 2. There
You
are
don't need to
2
point
left.
that out.
Yes, well,
Actually, I'm fine, because worst case, I can be a wolf again, and that'll give me some extra HP, so fine. You guys can take it.
so Hildy
No,
and
Gwyneth, have a potion, darling.
I had 1. I just feel like, I don't need it as much as, Hildy and Clara over there.
Okay.
Don't you still need saving, or are you good, Hildy?
Yeah, the 1 was good enough for me. I'm I'm not at 100%, but I'm at a solid 90. It's if I get hit by another demon bat or some sort of thing, I'll be all right.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess if you insist, sure.
I mean,
why not?
Yeah, can you just chuck me another one, because I can't take all the talking. So the only way I can do this.
Clara, it's not alcohol; it's a healing potion, darling.
I mean,
it sounds like you feel it does.
Fine.
It is that beautiful. It has that beautiful warmth of the first sip of a hot cup of tea on a very, very cold day. When you've gone out for a really good bracing walk, but you've come home and you're kind of you're bone cold, and all of your muscles are tired, and you sit down and you have that first sip of a cup of tea, and it's just that.
Hello, Chrissy.
Woo! Oh my god!
No. Is there another one?
Yeah. Thank you.
Did she go?
Viewers, I would almost think that you were trying to get me tipsy.
Oh, you mean how you're drinking straight gin?
That is gin.
It's a large quantity of mixed gin, which in essence does a very similar thing. So yeah, you drink your way through these healing potions in this desk. There's nothing else in the drawer. It just kind of looks like the kind of thing that was tucked away so they weren't just out and about, so people could go fucking nuts on the healing potions. And yeah, the rest of you are just kind of generally browsing the gift shop. The lobby is to your left as you come in, and the weird kind of holodeck room. Mad man.
Thank you.
Whoa. We drink 5 times now. Are we going to die?
No, I wrote the drinking rules for this game. I am not drinking 5 times because I won't get to the end of the stream.
Okay, I'm gonna take 5 teeny tennis sips.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try.
Mega spoon.
You are
Oh my goodness.
madman. Love you for it.
Oh my. Oh, good gracious.
We have things to do, guys.
Do you guys? Yeah, I'm like, do you guys want us to play, or is this just like get them drunk? Like, is this the stream?
This is like every Tinder date that I've ever been on.
Okay.
Shut up. Do you want more alcohol though?
All right. I feel obligated to chug based on this, so I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah, me too.
I can't. Higher quantity, percentage alcohol. No.
You guys are just actually gonna start making me cry in a little bit.
I know,
Yeah,
this is
no,
so
no,
sweet.
Nachos.
Oh,
That's
Why-
how it is.
good
I'm
luck.
out of alcohol now.
While Hannah is crying through emotion, I will be throwing up in a bin.
Oh my god! For extra money, if we get more stuff, like she'll throw up in front of us.
No.
Just for
Okay,
her.
hold on. Let me pour more.
If we
Oh,
hit
oh
100
God.
subs in this stream,
Okay.
Sarah will vomit on camera.
Oh god! Command.
To be very clear, because of the
I don't know what to do.
you would have to pay me a lot more money than that to get me to throw up in front of you for like your entertainment last.
I keep reiterating this.
As per the Twitch guidelines, if we do throw up on the channel due to alcohol, we will get shut down. So we won't be doing that.
On stream. Please and thank you.
Anyway,
Insane and lovely, and thank you.
Thank you.
And to any who joined after our intros, we do want to reiterate that we decided pre-show that 20% is going to go to a charity, TBD. So thank you so much, but also
Yes. So
Also-
you're
good
getting
about
subs and
yourself.
bits for they're not only supporting us in the channel, but also supporting a charity that again we will disclose in the future. Mostly not because it is a secret, but because we don't know what it is yet.
Hydrate. Oh.
Thank you.
What, like actual water hydration or?
thank you on behalf of
I
charity.
do think that is the main way to go, my friend.
Here, I will just do the mixer then.
I didn't know how it happened. Like my boyfriend just walked in and he dropped like 3 Trulies. They're all different flavors. It's amazing. I'm like,
Super
he's like an
Dream
angel.
boy.
It's a
I
Christmas
know.
miracle, Andrea.
It is. I'm just like, look at me go. I'm so happy.
That is the most lovely and wonderful thing.
I know.
Turn him
Oh,
into our
thank you,
favorite
everyone.
basic bitch.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so happy.
Okay,
To do these subs and bits justice and get back to actually creating content.
Oh yeah.
For the
Four.
subscribers.
We're whole 4 hype train. That's it. I'm done. Okay.
That's
Oh,
mad.
wow.
You are all now just generally browsing the gift shop of this. You stop it.
Oh, she's like, stop coming back.
Oh my god.
Stop
Okay.
it.
If this keeps going, I'm going to puke.
We're
just
we're all in
like-
trouble. I'm
You
gonna
were
call
gonna
an ex
see-
and cry.
You were gonna see.
Um,
We're not gonna watch Sarah vomiting on camera, but you are gonna see me being actually taken out by my imposter syndrome in a very real and intense way. Jacqueline, it's enough.
Please
I
stop.
mean, you know when you're
Not
like,
to stop.
am I-
Not to stop. Please
Am I
stop.
being set up? Like, so I had this weird conviction that for the whole of lockdown, it was like a Truman Show thing, and my friends were setting me up. And you guys are not helping. Like, no.
Okay.
Uh,
Yes, you
Stunning.
absolutely
You guys
suck
are all-
everyone, Jacqueline. We
Thank you.
absolutely adore you.
Holy
Please, for
shit.
the love of
Crap.
God, stop. Save it for next stream.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
but don't, because this is fucking wonderful. I'll be riding high on this for a very long time. This can all just keep going just while the characters are just looking at this gift shop. They're finding badges, they're finding patches to sew onto their jean jackets that say intrepid heroes on them.
No. Clara
got,
has
you
written
know-
a postcard. Clara picks up a postcard and she's got the really shitty quill fountain pen, and she's writing a postcard which basically is like, "Dear Mum and Dad, life in the big city has not turned out the way I thought it had. Everything that I left to avoid at home turns out to be the kind of bullshit that people pay for here. Deeply confused by my feelings for a woman that I'm supposed to be painting ahead of her wedding who has now disappeared. Seriously considering moving back to the village, having watched someone I thought was a friend have their toe sucked by a large group of strangers.
I forgot about the tone.
Please. Also, the one person, like one of the people that I sincerely fancied, has yet to text me back. Please send help. Maybe back in a week.
Maybe.
I will say that one of the people that you sincerely fancied was a centaur that you just passed in the street. So Clara is all about making abiding connections with people.
That
Meaningful.
was a very strong
Um,
connection.
Yeah. Yes, Catherine has also found herself somewhat distracted by the various adventuring ephemera that she finds in the gift shop.
We
And-
gotta you up. Which
We
I'm
got-
like,
We got you up, BB.
okay, hold on.
Crispy got beat me to it by she's like
My-
by a slap.
My okay, now I'm better able
Chew
to.
you
do
up,
that.
babies.
All right. Okay. Let me bring up the wheel.
The wheel of
For the-
fortune.
For the friends and the people who don't know, in an earlier episode, Clara managed to catch the eye while driving through the streets of a fairly randy centaur, with whom she exchanged numbers, and she is yet to hear from. But given that we needed something to spend experience on, we decided that she could probably get a "you up" text from a certain centaur man, which now means she's going to get 2 consecutive "you up" texts, which will canonically be sent one after another, depending on what the wheel decides.
Mirabelle was very proud of Clara for putting herself out there like
Well,
that.
Mirabelle, on this centaur, as Clara gets these texts, Mirabelle is going to have to tell us another deep
No!
over the story.
Oh God!
It's story time.
Okay. So when
Thank you, people.
oh my god.
Sorry.
So just to make sure on the tech end I know how we're gonna do this, is it that I'm going to pull up the wheel, Sasha will tell the story, then I do the 2 texts, or am I pulling up the wheel and doing 2 texts?
Text first.
I think we'll do the 2 texts. Clara will respond to them, and then that will spark a memory of Mirabelle. Of,
And again, I will reiterate,
some.
from the person who has by far the most anxiety about improv.
Oh no.
Improv,
Alright,
You
bitch.
are
What's up?
So hold on.
you are texting our girl tonight, but she's doing a miraculous job.
All right. So everyone,
Thank you so much for that hype train.
Yes, oh
that
my
was
God.
insane.
It was.
You guys are
Good.
wonderful.
All right. I'm going to transition really
that-
quickly to the wheel. So hold
Incredible.
on one sec, everybody. I'm
Wheel
just gonna-
time.
Hold on.
Hey.
All right. Here's the wheel. So,
Oh.
first one.
Oh!
First one.
Oh no. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Oh my God! Amazing.
That's so beautiful. Wow.
Wheel.
Why do girls
Oh,
love
my
horses?
word. This
Want to
is
find
incredible.
out?
Everyone, All hail Queen Emily.
The first one is incredible. So, Clara, you are minding your own business. You are browsing the hoodie, and suddenly you get a little bling on your sending stone. You take it out, and you look, and there is a text that says, "Why do girls love horses? Want to find out?" Followed by another text.
Here we go.
That says,
And we're gonna find out.
I put a lot of insane things in here, so I'm kind of nervous. I'm scared.
So, I mean,
Digestive
Clara,
enzymes.
followed by a second text that says,
Why girls love horses because of digestive enzymes.
digestive enzyme.
I don't know what that means.
What does Clara
Sorry. Okay.
Oh my god. So normal sending stone protocol, like the same number of letters, words, all of that kind of thing, yeah?
No, we've kind of bent the rules. That's if you want to send message. If you use the message spell, there's a limited amount. Sending stones, I imagine you get about as much as you can get into a tweet.
Okay.
So you can have a few lines of text there. You know, he said he had enough to ask why girls love horses. So you got a bit of wiggle room in the text you sent back.
Yeah. So Clara writes back, do girls love horses because of the backwards cowgirl? Spit or swallow, question mark.
Is that a haiku?
Yeah. Pretty much.
Now, we'll play this out, this spinning the wheel thing out, as in you get one other response back from him, which says, no, digestive enzymes. Do you know the link between gut health and mental health? We have good digestive enzymes. Horses are very mentally stable. Thought you'd like that in a partner. Swallow.
The swallow. Not only is he mentally stable, he also swallows. So,
Here's your Jason Derulo from the background.
Yes. Mentally stable was a horse joke.
Thank you. And thank you for the follow, Wolf
So is
Boy
the
Rap.
sending this out loud? Like, can everyone hear this?
Cara, are you reading it out loud?
Yeah, because Clara's one of those people who, as she types, she says everything she's saying out loud. So you guys have got it, but in really, it's like you've had to do the work, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, Claire.
I just-
Was that the centaur? I'm so glad he wrote you. You know, I had this nut with a centaur once. I mean, we went to the beach and we saw the sunrise and we went into the sea together. All the skin, and I won't say too much, but I can confirm the digestive enzymes were a boon. I felt great for a week. I mean, it took some struggle because I am a dwarf and he was a centaur, but we made it work.
Oh yeah, some real Catherine the Great sort of shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll show you later if you like.
Yes. Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm very curious how that works.
Hildy sends a sending stone message to her wife like, I've been told I can see a dwarf show me what digestive enzymes work like in centaur sex. I'm confused as to what to do. Norma, I love you very much. The head knight has gotten away from us. XOXO.
Very, very swiftly, about 30 seconds later, you get back a text saying, hello, love. hope you're having a lovely time on the hen do. I feel like that's just par for the course on hen do's, isn't it? I won't be offended if you want to have a look. You know yourself and you know us, and I trust you to be, sensible. Lots of love and kisses from me and the boys. Bring us back some kind of souvenir because they're dying to make it to the big city as well. XOXO.
Oh my god.
Hildy.
Hashtag relationship goals.
No, Hildy sends just a bunch of like adorable emojis back, and it's just like, it just is like, oh guys, I love my wife so much. What do you think? What do you think the kids would want? Maybe a hat for Soren, and for Shelly, well, what looks like it explodes? She likes blowing things up. Is there anything here that
You do see there are a selection of fake foam weapons. So there's like a foam sword and shield, a little foam bow and arrow with like little sucker arrows that stick to things. So there are some kind of like fake weapons and whatnot that you could pick up, and then just pretty much any kind of memorabilia anything that Red Bubble could put a thing on, you can find that in this store.
Gotcha. So Hildy is gonna grab I think the foam sword and shield. She's gonna grab one of the novelty hats. And she's also going to get a bobblehead that I guess is of whoever Michael is. It just says like Michael at the bottom, and there's a desk.
Yes, there is a large selection of bobbleheads of just a huge array of adventurers. There is a Jim Dark Magic bobblehead. You wonder how much licensing they got to allow that, but there is one of those. There is a Taco the Wizard bobblehead. There is the Amazing Claire bobblehead. Sitting next to a pile of papers, there is a Reverend Jack Hardcastle bobblehead. All of your favorite adventuring adventures. There is one bobblehead of a man just sat behind the desk doing some admin. And it does just say Michael at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Shelly's gonna want to blow that up with something.
Yeah. Just to check, is there also one of those machines where you can, like, effectively print your own T-shirts?
Oh, a screen printing machine?
There is a machine that allows you to print your name or some text, effectively your name, on the back of like a sort of sports team T-shirt. So you have a number back and your name on the top, and then a little Real Adventures logo and some other like sponsorship logos on the sort of like a baseball jersey.
Awesome. So Clara gets the word Aslick printed on the back of one of the T-shirts.
It really is just like a Jersey
Shore. This is the
Shore.
important question. What number do you get? There's only one right answer.
69.
Yes.
Correct.
You're welcome.
Normally,
Aslick 69 is on the back of her like a sweatshirt, which she very proudly, because as we all know, Clara perpetually wears a crop top so that you can see her like belly tattoo. So Aslick 69 becomes her new crop top.
Beautiful. Yeah, you can imagine that. You can see there's a little stool next to that machine, and you can imagine that normally there is some kind of attendant assisting the creation of these T-shirts, and probably vetoing certain things. But as there's no one here, you can just get whatever you like printed on the back of it. It's like Aslick 69 if you really want to.
Anyone want anything else? Just so I know, like, while I'm here, I might as well do anything that anyone else wants.
Oh, you know what'd be nice? Can you actually take this shirt I want and just like put my Instagram handle on it so people can follow me if they see me on the street?
Dawn, I think that's called stalking.
No. I want people to stalk me. It's important for my followers to know who I am. So I'm just gonna give you my shirt. Can you do the printy thingy on it?
Yeah, so
Oh my God,
We have an
oversharing not for me
overshare.
this time.
Oh, nice.
As you are getting your Instagram handle and a number printed on the back of the t-shirt, you are reminded of a memory, perhaps based on something.
So Gwyneth, do you have any particular number that has any special resonance for you that you'd want on the back of this t-shirt?
No, not really. It doesn't matter. So it's fine. Maybe like, I don't know, like 16, like a super sweet 16. Like I wish I had one. Oh, guys. Yeah, I never got one. When I was a druid and I was living in the woods, it was so sad. Like I didn't have any internet, and I didn't even know the internet existed until I turned 14. And then I found this sending stone, and it really just changed my life. But I got so mad at my caretakers. Like, the world could have known about me, like, years ago. You know what I mean? Like, they could have had me, but they didn't because of my stupid caretakers. So, yeah, 16. Because I became an internet person.
So, out of curiosity, Yafaris, when are you going to talk us about the sex tape?
There's no sex tape. I don't know who Jafaris is.
Cheers. Thank you. Hildy kind of like gives.
Cheers to who, Brian?
Cheers. Yes.
Who Brian?
Who, Brian?
Brian.
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 Look, Brian.
Hildy kind of like gives Gwyneth like a little like side hug and is like, oh, there, and like kind of like pats her on the head like, it okay, you know, people know who you are now, I'm told.
Yeah.
So
Yes. God, I love you, Frankie. You're like the best aunt I could ever have.
oh, thank you.
I mean,
the hug.
Gwyneth, would you sign my top for me, because this might be too much, but you're the first time that I knew that I didn't just fancy people from the opposite sex.
Me?
And your
that's so beautiful.
and your sex tape.
I'm still not sure about the sex tape, but I'm sure you're talking about my Instagram. I do post some nice like yoga pants photos there on purpose. Like I know it's to get that nice like booty going. But I promise you, I don't know who Jafaris is. That was a different time for whoever that was. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
I do hear she has an OnlyFans though, but she only wears a mask. I don't know. It's weird. She's weird about it.
Well, you know, the Masked Lords of Waterdeep wear masks to protect their identity. I can understand some people, you know. Not saying that I go on OnlyFans a lot. Catherine just starts to blush and she goes, yeah, not saying that's something I use a lot, but like if I did, I would respect people, you know, hiding their identity if they needed to.
Yeah, I know.
Or if they felt like that was part of their thing.
Yeah, I don't know Jafaris, but she's a slut. And I don't really talk to her. But you know, whatever. I know she has a fan, so if you want to go and subscribe,
I mean, I'm gonna put this out there because I don't want anyone to feel any shame. But like, Jafaris was the first time for me that I was like, there's something here, and it's not to do with like traditional, like you know, because in my village everyone's very traditional about gender. Like you're either blue for female or you're fluorescent orange for male. And I was like, I don't think I'm blue or fluorescent orange, and like I don't know if I fancy like blue or orange. And then that video came out and it was really like incendiary for me for realizing that actually, like, probably what I fancy is like a purple or a brown or like, do you know what I mean?
Fair,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
beautiful.
I get it. But like, maybe like someday, like we'll talk more about it. Like, I still don't know who Jafar is, but he seems nice, I guess.
But I mean, like, Gwyneth is great. Jafaris is just like,
And as in this gift shop, much is revealed about the internet habits of the various members of our party, we shall take a break there. Go have a drink, go have a piss, as I'm about to do, very swiftly. I won't do it here, I will do it elsewhere. Grab a snack, and we shall see you in about 5 to 10 minutes.
And before we transition to intermission, I just want to let you know, Jacqueline's Ghost, I have added a custom reward called Stop Oversharing. So that exists now.
Good news.
Anyway.
Once you open that faucet, it's hard to shut it down.
I know.
This is very true.
Oh, we'll catch you all soon. All right, intermission time. Woo! back.
We are back.
Hello.
Hope you enjoyed your pisses of various
It was pretty great.
lengths and intensities. I hope you all have drinks again. I have upgraded. I now have beer, and I have also I'm about to crack open my 1 can of cream soda, which
Ooh.
I've been saving for this very instant. If any of you have access to cream soda, I don't know whether my mother is still watching, but if she is, she will be disgusted by this. Hans, Mum, if you're still watching, cream soda's delicious and you're just wrong. I agree with you on most things, but this is a fluorescent green drink that is the nectar of gods. So, chocolates, yes, thank you, yes, all coming in for the cream soda hype. Thank you for justifying.
They had to. You just redeemed yourself for like Coors Light. I feel like everyone's like, I guess you're back to being an acceptable person.
Totally.
Mm.
I'm eating lots of Russian candies because that is the benefit of being near the border.
For people to see, it is this color.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
it's a potion.
It
It's
is.
a potion, yeah.
Literally a post.
It is
I'm pretty
literally
sure
a potion.
Questing Time published a thing of potions at some point couple of months ago on Patreon, and I feel like that was definitely in there.
Definitely. This is cream soda, CREAM, is a drink that you can buy in the UK. It is slightly similar, but not entirely similar. This is specifically a South African beverage, which you could buy in select South African stores in the UK. I don't know whether you can buy it elsewhere.
Yeah.
But if you can find it, Tom, that is such a good description of cream soda, which is if Sprite loved Turkish Delight very, very much. That is exactly what it tastes like.
I
Yes.
feel like you can taste it in my mouth, even though I've never had it.
And in case anyone was worrying, Sarah Mann is very much at the stage of drunkenness where if we were on a night out, you would sit me down and go, have you considered having a glass of water?
Guys, we're only
That
halfway.
is where your DM is not far off, but she is 3.5 beers down. So where we were at in the story, we were where we were pretty much an hour and a half ago, which was exploring a gift shop.
Hey.
They printed their own T-shirts. They possibly shoplifted some items which they may or may not pay with actual money later, possibly just with exposure. And now we need another text from the Centaur to come through, following the last text that was sent, which was explaining the relationship between digestive health and mental health, implying that as horses have very good gut bacteria, they are also very mentally stable.
Yes.
I can't wait for this wheel
let
to
me-
make no fucking sense.
Yep. I'm gonna pull it up.
Clara's feeling a
Given-
little bit
yes.
thirst-blamed too.
All right. Sorry about that. It took me a second to pull it up. But now it can be heard. My bad. All right, so here we go. We're gonna spin the wheel. The fun thing about running tech when you're drinking is you're really slow suddenly when it's the second half of the show.
I thought you got better at tech if you were drunk.
Hour and a half in, and you're like, yeah, tech.
Vodka.
100% that was the message.
So, given that he didn't receive a response in the gut health mansplaining that he may or may not have done, perhaps he was just trying to recontextualize his previous message. He decided to try another tactic, which was not explaining that he would make a very emotionally mature partner, but that he could just kind of fuck with it So does she want some vodka, perhaps?
All that happens is the word fuck yes.
Thank you, Monkey
Craig.
Friend of the stream.
Thank you, my friend of the stream.
Friend of the stream.
That's my new song.
Yeah, in very, very quickly, you get a reply
Jude
that
Law
says,
followed us.
the actual actor Jude Law has just followed us.
I
Thank
loved
you,
you
Jude.
in the new Pope and the young Pope.
What is happening?
I don't know.
In all of that stuff that you did.
Wow.
Yeah, you very swiftly get a text back that says, great, at work right now, we'll text it in a bit when I'm done.
Jude Law, the actor, has subscribed.
Jude Law, the actor, has used his Prime subscription on us. Thank you, Jude Law, the
Thank
actor.
you.
I will,
Act on
from
stream.
now on, absolutely assume that you are the actual Jude Law actor.
Yeah, I'll call you whatever you want if you keep subscribing, honestly.
Yeah. Clara sends a message back to the Centaur, which is like, I would really like it if you stick your blue tick in this, and sends a picture of her face.
He responds back and says, can I know your name first?
She looks around, she's like, Mirabelle Montague.
Oh, no.
And he said it out loud, or he just kind of done this sneakily.
Sneakily, this is one of the few times where like all you get from this is it's like Clara being like,
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
He sends back, lovely to meet you, Mirabelle. My name is... Chat, you've got 10 seconds to give me the best centaur name you can.
Not Randy Centaur.
Randy. I will,
I mean, you
if
guys
no
could
one gives
pick.
me a good enough one, it will be Randy Centaur. Which is
Randy
like
Centaur
this
is
is
Centaur.
like my name being horny human.
Steve Hooves.
Right, Randy.
Steve is pretty good.
Steve Hooves is good. Or is his name Jude Law?
Tony Trotman. That's also pretty good.
We're just skipping over a Jed. No?
Jude Law. I love Jude Law.
Jude Law.
Jude Law.
He
I
texts
need like
back.
a Jude Law pun on horses.
It is a great name. You're not wrong, Jude Law, the actor.
Jude Law, the actor. Yeah, it is a good name. Yeah, he texts back and says, it's lovely to meet you. My name is Randy Jude Law. All one word. He said. And yeah, he goes, right, got to get back to work. I might see you later. Yeah, hashtag Randy Jude Law is gonna go down well. Yeah, you guys are all you are in this gift shop, doing your thing. Behind you is the room you just came through. To your left is the rest of the Adventure Academy. Jude Law, you're so generous.
How is there anyone
Jude Law,
left
the
to
actor.
Thank you.
Well, we did
Okay.
for you.
I mean, I feel like I can. You know, when you look back as like, I'm looking back at Sarah's Man as opposed to like Clara Corday, and I'm like, this is everything I dreamed of when I was about 60. Hello, welcome.
Howdy, Lady Panda Mouse.
Yeah.
Welcome. I mean, you were
Thank
here.
you.
Hi.
So
And now Will Davis has to like us because he is subbed. So,
Doesn't
You know, before the stream where you were like, I think this is probably like maybe 1 or 2 streams, maybe 3 at a stretch.
Yeah, I do remember that conversation.
yikes.
Yeah, there's
Like, we're gonna just do a one shot and see how much fun we have, and then maybe we'll see from there. And then this. By the way, PSA, I have this lovely thing of gooseberries. They do not pair well with red wine. That's it. End of PSA. You're welcome.
Good to know.
That is a good thing. No, I shall never attempt to pair gooseberries with red wine. When I was writing this, I did initially intend to write at max a 5-parter. We are at part 5 now. And there, before the stream, I said, I kind of have an end point for this session. They haven't left. I have a flow chart. I'll hold it far enough back that you can't read it. This is the full flow chart. They are still at the first box of the flow chart.
That's because Clara is very much thinking about Jude Law the Centaur's endpoint.
Well, if you somehow never make it out of Real Adventurers, I guess he's just going to have to come to you.
It's just fine with that. She
maybe he's going to pick us up.
So she turns to Gwyneth and she's like, "Hey, Gwyneth. So, like, Jason sucks.
Yeah.
Like, do you have any idea where at this moment in time he is sucking?"
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. And I don't smell any semen or anything like that, so I think it's fine. Like, when I was a wolf, like a few minutes ago, I don't remember smelling any semen or, like, any discharge. Is that what you're talking about?
But like thinking about pre-discharge moments, like, could you tell where in general he was sucking, or was he sucking like anywhere in like specifically?
I don't think I could smell that.
Yes, you didn't, because you were still in the holodeck room when you made that investigation check. You could just tell it was sort of, you got the vague hint of him just out of the door towards that way.
Yeah, I remember
quite. Yeah, there was no direction. But as you stand in the gift shop is a self-contained room, and there are for sure no people in this room. And someone got a nat. I think, Clara, you got a nat 20 in your investigation. You can see that there's no kind of sign of any people in here. There are stools around the things that you sit on, not the someone hasn't just shit around the gift shop. But there's no like.
Oh my god! It's Clara begins rocking because she's like, oh my god, that was the second night that I was at Mirabelle's. Fuck. No oversharing has been redeemed, so we're not going to force her to do another shit-based overshare. Chat, that is not I'm not saying that you should make her do one of those, because we've got a story.
I will personally redeem stop overshare.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about the fact that stop overshare could be a weapon that the cast could use to stop them doing it.
Mega Spoon, no.
Oh no, but they've redeemed an overshare from Clara.
Thank you, Spoon. We can still be friends.
So Clara's like, because like, do you know what? Like, the reason Mirabelle and I don't live together anymore is because, like, so the first night there was like the weird foot orgy, right? And then the second night there was the poo thing, right? And basically, I woke up and I'm not like, I'll be honest, people, like, I'm not an early morning kind of person, and so like I woke up and it was late. It was like maybe like early afternoon, and like I came down and all I wanted was some like cereal, and there was Mirabelle on the table, right? And there was I think it was an Azamar, like, crouched over her. Like, I've never seen, like, I don't know many Azamars, and I don't know many people who, like, crouch over people. And then, like, I saw something go from the Azamar's ass into, like, Mirabelle's mouth. And I've never...
Mirabelle?
I'm really honest. Like, I know I come from a village, right? And like I'm still working things out, and I don't know how it all works, but there's stuff that went from one end into the other end.
I will say, Catherine can see Mirabelle kind of blushing, and she pipes up and says, well, like, if it was an Azamar, like, they're not entirely corporeal beings, so maybe it was some kind of, like, I don't know,
Spiritual.
like blessing or something.
Ectoplasm.
Exactly, Catherine. I mean, Claire, I'm so sorry that's on you, but I just don't know what to say. I don't kink shame, and I don't think you should either.
I don't kink shame, but also it was day number 2, and like, if you remember, I moved out after 4 days.
We just have
Jude Law, the actor.
we need to say goodbye to Jude Law, the actor.
He's off filming The Holiday too.
Jude Law, the actor, DM me on Twitter. For heaven's sake, find us on Twitter, DM me, and we'll get you a guest spot on this. For sure. You have an automatic guest spot on here.
Always.
I'm gonna miss you, Jude Law, the actor. Hope that we can see you again soon. Open invitation to this stream and to probably a lot of other things. Just
Okay.
Hit goodbye, Jude Law, the actor.
This was all terribly
We will
late,
miss
Clara.
you.
And thank you for sharing, but I do think we need to figure out where we're going next. Like, do we want to look for an exit? Do we want to see if anyone's... Is there a door?
I mean, I don't know what you think, Mirabelle, but we didn't really check out the room that I just walked straight through. So maybe we start from the room that I walked straight through, and then we, like, progress from there.
I'm up for whatever, as you know, Clara.
Oh yeah, sure.
Again, I lasted 4 days with you.
Let's all take a peek. What do you say?
Let's do it, yeah.
So I think I'm gonna look around for a door now that we're in good shape. Now that we've all taken care of what we need to take care of in a variety of ways. So Hildy's gonna start looking around. Is that an investigation check?
What are you looking for? If you were looking for a door out of this room, you can just see 2. There is one through the glass wall that goes into the lobby, and then there is the room that you just came from, which again has another door that is straight there. But those are the only 2 doors in this room. One out to the lobby and one back into that other room.
Hildy's just gonna go straight into the lobby and just kind of be like, "Hello? Hey, Jason? Or someone, hello?"
Make me an investigation check. If you're just investigating for general signs of life, just around the lobby, make me an investigation check. Where is everyone else having a look at?
While Hildy's investigating, I think Maribel just kind of says to herself kind of quietly, I mean, I guess I should give Phelan a call. It's been a minute.
That is an interesting crossover that we did not check was okay, but is now canon. Sorry, Paul, if you're still watching.
I rolled a 14. I don't know why it's not going into the game log, but I rolled a 14.
That is okay. Cool. 14 gives you a pretty good look around this place. Not much has changed since you first had a look around. There is for sure nobody here. There is the front desk that you came into where there were, safety forms to sign and name badges and all that good stuff. There is a log of all of the people coming in that day, all of the parties. there is also 2 locked drawers in that desk, and behind there is a single door off to the left-hand side facing the desk. To the right, there is the doors that you went through to go to the training area and all of that stuff. But the only door that's there that you haven't been through is this one door off to the left-hand side. But the place is entirely deserted, save for the stuff behind the desk is the only signs that there were people there.
Sure. As tempting as it is to like try to mess with the drawers, I think Hildy's gonna make a beeline for the new door, the door that we haven't gone into, and just kind of like push it open relatively forcefully, just kind of like, hello, no, seriously, hello.
I follow her, like, yeah.
So actually, Gwyneth goes to try to follow her, and Clara, who we've established is like Clyde the monkey from Any Which Way But Loose, but blue, grabs her and drags her back into the room they just came from, and does that really annoying thing of like, smell that, smell that, smell that, smell that, smell that, smell that, you smell that, because she's not worked out the fact that she's no longer a wolf means that she has not got the same sense of smell. So she's literally just forcing a tiefling to sniff stuff.
You can force her to sniff stuff. She can do a sniff of it. She just won't get advantage on the check. But she can still smell.
Okay, so yeah, Clara forces
Is
Gwyneth.
she forcing me? Do I have to smell? Like, I guess I have to smell.
You can do whatever you like.
Okay, I'll be like, oh, Clara, I can't really smell like this. I mean, I guess I can, but like, it's not the same. But then I was like, she keeps doing it, and then I'm just like, kind of defeated, and I'm like, fine, I'll fucking do it. So I'm gonna roll some like smelling perception here. What does you want me to smell?
You're not rolling an advantage though.
I am not.
If you're exclusively using your nose to perceive things, you're going to roll at disadvantage because you just have a regular nose. If you're also using your eyes, just roll straight.
I'm just using my nose.
Clara is obviously assisting because she's pointing at things for Gwyneth to smell.
So
I hate it. Okay. Wow. So it's a disadvantage because I have my eyes closed because I'm like, I'm not really part of this. But the first roll was pretty nice. Okay.
Mirabelle's in the corner just texting on the sending stone, going like, "We're never getting out of this gift shop, are we?"
Yeah, I smelled like the with the disadvantage. It was 16. They were good rolls.
16.
So I guess
So obviously, hounds have a certain range of smell that is beyond what we smell. But Jason was wearing a fairly strong cologne, and you can still just about smell that here, which you would imagine means that he has been here in kind of the last 20 minutes or so. Slightly longer than that, maybe. It's almost entirely gone now. The only other thing you can really smell is your own perfume and the still slightly burnt smell of the acidic melting that was done on Kara's face. Yes, a lot of her facial hair and fur was burnt off. That's kind of the main thing you can smell. The room itself smells very clean. You remember walking into the other rooms and there being very atmospheric smells, like that the kind of heavy woody smell of the books in the library. Here there's just kind of smells slightly of disinfectant, kind of just a very clean room. Lynx Cholt is stunning and exactly. Yeah, you're right, Tom. It's not cologne. It's just a lot of Lynx Cholt, which is a very heavily quite woody and earthy, in quite an unpleasant way. But you know, he's fucking running about all the time. He's got to try and keep fresh. So yeah, you don't get much insights above and beyond what you had because you are a tiefling just having a smell.
I'm like, I already told you. Okay, I smell Jason's stupid cologne, and like that's it. Also, your burnt hair. Like, can you please get away from me? And then I just like kind of run after Hildy. I'm like, please get away from me. She smells like burnt hair.
She does, and it's not just burnt hair. It's not burnt hair with fire. It's burnt hair with like acid. So there's a little bit of bleach mixed into that as well. Which I know is the opposite of acid, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like there's a very chemical. It's a very chemical burn smell. It's deeply unpleasant. Hildy, make me a strength check as you slam into the door of this room.
Okie doke. Hold on one sec. It's because it's a +0, so it's just a straight roll, which is cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's find out. 18.
Yeah. You slam your shoulder into what midway through the slam you realize is a locked door, and you can feel the wood on the seam buckle quite intensely. The door does not open, but you've done a big knock to it. Possibly another hit similar would crack the door open, but you do see a lock by the handle, and it is locked.
So this is locked, but I'm gonna be honest. I might have hit it a little too hard. I don't know, picking the lock, or do we just want to break the door down? Clara, you seem like you have a lot of aggression you need to get out there. If you want, you can hit the door. I started it for you. Might be satisfying.
Could do both at the same time. Might be helpful.
I mean, I did just have thieves' tools.
They just have what now?
Thieves' tools.
Do you want to use them or just like break it down? Because it seems like you could break it down like together.
I mean, I don't have the ability to use thieves' tools.
Great. Okay. So, teamwork makes the dream work.
I will just as a small reminder, we're not using thieves' tools in the regular way because no one has proficiency. If you use the thieves' tools on the lock, you will just get an advantage on a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
Sweet. All right. Well, personally, I think we should just go for it. You know, let's break it down. What do you think?
Okay. Well, when you say break it down, you mean just hit it, right?
Oh yeah. Just you and me. We're gonna check it like it's someone in hockey that we don't like.
Yeah. I mean, I'll do it, but I just want to remind everyone that actually at heart I am an artist capable of doing like beautiful work on like another being that will last with them forever. But if you guys just want to see something that's good at hitting things, then that's also fine.
Oh, I didn't want to be rude. Catherine, sorry.
Catherine, the very slight 5'4" human kind of steps forward and goes, I could give it a go.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right, Catherine, you and me, we're gonna check this like it's I don't know, someone from the other hockey team. I keep thinking about that kid that Soren hates. I don't know why. I think all my aggression toward Jason is being like put on this door in the context of hockey. Anyway, we're not talking about me. Let's go. Let's fucking hit this door.
I'm not entirely sure how to check someone. Is there any particular form I need to do, or do I just ram my body into it?
I mean, you might want to kind of use, your shoulder, the side of your arm there, something like that. Oh, thank you for the follow. Woo, Jade! Oh my God!
Hello, friends. We're about to body a locked door.
Woo! We're gonna do it.
The first
We're
action I've
finally
had
getting
in
that
2
gift
hours.
shop, guys.
Yes, you missed them spending 2 hours in the gift shop of an escape room.
Oversharing.
Lots of oversharing, lots of text
Deeply
messages.
oversharing.
Cheers. Thank you for the
Oh,
follow.
so many friends, so many friends. Hello.
Yay, friends.
Hello, friend.
Oh my God. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Drink.
Ah,
Oh Jesus.
thank you.
Follows
Thank
another
you.
5 gift subs.
Mm.
9 drinks. Everybody, try not to
We
die.
love you so much. Oh God.
Trying
Okay.
to run out of alcohol.
I'm just gonna
Truly.
chug it, but
I got
I'm
more
running out.
too, guys. It's fine. No, I'm panty.
I have one little pre-mixed
Jesus.
gin and
Oh,
tonic
God.
left.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, I'm out.
Emily's gonna do it tomorrow.
And Who Blue has told us to hydrate. I will be hydrating
Thank
with
you.
cream soda.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mama.
Water.
Bless you, Brian.
Okay.
Thank you deeply.
Thank you.
Hello, Raiders. I hope you, as Mike has just said, Tom can confirm is the best at drinking. And if you want to know why and how he is the best at drinking, you'll have to ask him himself. Yes, we are in the middle of an escape room. Our adventurers have just finished the escape room, ostensibly, to find that the entire centre is empty. They are currently on Hindu for one of their party, which has gone slightly awry as the bride has gone missing. Although sometimes these things happen in these kind of immersive situations, so maybe she'll turn up. I'm drinking cream soda. It is a South African beverage. I'm not in South Africa right now, but it is a delicious, delectable delight that if you ever find yourself in one of those South African shops, I think there are a couple of called Savannah around London, it is delicious. Drink it. It's fantastic. And it is bright green.
I'm drinking Georgian wine out of a plastic bottle that looks like hooch, but is actually quite tasty. But I've also had a lot of it, so we're quickly losing coherency.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Welcome.
We are
lost track of how much Fernet and Coke I've
bordering
had.
on incoherency.
Yep. Mm.
Is incoherency a word?
Incoherency is 100% a word
It
that
is
is
now.
canon. Emily, go get more Fernet.
But I have to break the door down. Can I do it after Catherine and I?
Yes.
Break the door down.
Let's
Action.
break that door down. Catherine's strength is +0. She rolled an 18. So she's
that's-
taken the back of this.
That's
Okay, Catherine, we
good.
see you.
Because Hildy rolled a
Yeah,
2.
we see
So-
you, Catherine.
Hildy rolled a 2, which I suppose. That does
Hildy,
make a
why?
20.
Together, yeah.
Yeah,
Slap that door. Slap it.
in demonstrating the proper technique to take someone down in hockey, your slightly maternal instincts kicked in, which is where you show someone how to do it and then you do it with them, but you kind of pull back slightly. So the first time they do it, they feel like they're doing it with you, but they're actually doing it by themselves. And you can kind of put that afterwards and go, that success, that was all you.
The power
and
was
there is
inside you
success
all along.
As the two of you
And
absolutely ram down this door.
and that's how Clara would describe the first 48 hours living with Mirabelle as well.
Yeah. And and as this door breaks down, you find yourselves in a staff room. It is a fairly small space, fairly cramped and fairly musty. As you kind of barge down the door, Hildy, you can see the kind of layout of this room, which is that there is a sink in one corner with a mirror above it. There is an ironing board propped next to a row of lockers, or with little cards, name cards in them. There's posters and notices and other things stuck on the wall. A little bench on one side, a small desk facing a screen, and two doors, one of which looks like a fire escape, and another that says WC on it.
Okay.
No!
So
At which point in time, looking at this scene, Hildy is struck with a sudden memory.
So here's the thing. Sometimes when I see a WC, I think we just gotta go in there. And you know, every now and again, it's the appropriate choice of action. I don't think we're too drunk to be breaking into a WC. I can tell you one time when I was in college, I was with my friend. His name was Olaf, and Olaf, he drank a little too much, right? But he played hockey as well. So he was like, oh, I need to go in the WC and maybe vomit a little bit, and he just checked the door, and when it burst open, he just let loose. He just let a stream of vomit fly from his mouth into the lap of some poor guy who was using the toilet. And while he was doing it, he thought, oh boy, this guy's gonna be really mad. He's gonna be so angry. So when he finished, he wiped his mouth and punched the guy in the face and ran out. And anyway, that's why I'm not allowed back in Ypsilanti, Michigan.
Ah, that's why.
But my point is, we should totally open the WC door right now. Check it open if we have to, because no one's gonna barf on whoever's in there if someone's in there.
Right, so I think with this, right, one of us should kick the door and one of us should be ready to, like, thump shit.
You're so right.
Yeah.
Clara, I feel like you're well, I don't know, are you into thumping shit? I have a strange energy. I'm not a very aggressive person, but there's a strange energy that is coursing through me from knocking down that door that there are other things I want to punch, and I'm not entirely sure what they are.
Right, Catherine, why don't you punch the door and I will punch anything hiding behind the door.
Okay, Catherine walks up and just punches the door with her fists. Nothing happens because generally a door with a latch, even if you punch it, it doesn't open. So there is a small kind of splinter in the kind of plywood of the door, and she goes, fuck, that was very sore. And she takes some damage.
Yeah.
Catherine, honey, are you okay? Do you need help? You've taken quite a bit of damage there.
I don't know. I feel like, I don't really have that same kind of energy that I did.
Yeah, so
anymore.
why don't, how about, Hildy, I'll punch the door, you zap anything behind it.
Okay, yeah, you betcha. I'll be ready. And she just kind of like takes a very peculiar ready stance, just like her hands just kind of like out.
Like a hockey ready stance.
I want to help, so I'm going to cast guidance on Clara.
Oh, good call. You know, in retrospect, I should have done that at some point. But no, you're so smart. You're really intelligent. I'm grateful for you, Mirabelle.
I think you found my step that I'm not.
Yes.
Clara and Hildy, make me an investigation check.
Okie doke. Let's see. So
12.
So I got a 17, but that's also +2 for investigation, so 19.
19. You kind of, as you step up to this WC, much like one does when they normally step up to a toilet, public or otherwise, you have a little glance down to the handle and you can see that the little switch underneath the handle is green.
Oh, false alarm.
Okay.
There's no one in there.
There's no one in there. Right, okay. Let's check all the others. Are all the other ones green?
There's one toilet, and there is just a green. Yeah, the little switch under it is green.
Okay, so Clara pushes the toilet door to see if it opens.
You open the door. The toilet door opens. It swings open really very easily, and the kind of automatic light comes on. It's a very tiny little corridor, just enough room for a toilet and a sink. The sink's just off to your right. There's another mirror with a little light above it, and a fairly regular toilet with a flush next to it. And just next to the toilet, on the floor, is the unconscious body of Megan.
Oh, good
Oh,
lord.
thank God she's not talking.
You know, that's a good point, but here, and, like, Hildy's gonna sort of try to, like, lift Megan up, and, you know, simultaneously kind of, I think, as she's getting close, checking to see if Megan is, like, alive, breathing. Like, okay, you're right there. Hello?
Make me an investigation or a medicine check, whichever one you like.
Okay, they both are the same modifier, which is +2, so I'm just gonna roll that d20.
Hit you with your staff.
It's an 11, so it's 9 + 2, 11.
Yeah, it doesn't take much to see that she is breathing. She is just thoroughly knocked out. Her head is slumped completely backwards, and she is just kind of stuffed into a corner.
Mirabelle, you know those miniatures we found? Do you have any of them left? Like, you know the ones you get, like, out of a minibar?
Oh, the health thingy?
The miniatures, yes, the miniatures. I don't understand why this is
Well, yes, I do believe we got 2 left.
Right, chuck one over, and we will feed it to the unconscious person. And yes, they will start talking, but the outside room might know what's happened to Bridget. Sexy, sexy Bridget.
Oh, yeah.
Claire, I'm gonna ask you to calm down there a bit. Can you carry her out here so we're not just like leaving her on the floor of the WC?
Yeah, no, I got her. Here.
Okay.
Oh, Hildy. So nice.
Right. So Mirabelle, once they have Megan out into a not quite so bathroomy area, feeds her the health potion.
Yeah, she's a halfling, so she's comparatively fairly small. Hildy, you could pick her up very easily. She's about the size of your kids when they were, 6. So you can kind of hoist her up, and there is a bench in the middle of the room, kind of in between the wall and this row of lockers. So you can lay her on that. You're feeding her this alcohol. Make a medicine check.
What?
I suppose.
Oh, I have a great. Okay, this is.
Wait,
please
who's
don't
making
stop.
this?
All right,
Excellent news.
I've got a
Okay.
+5 modifier. That gives me a total of 19.
Woo!
Yeah, so you don't even have to. This tiny little bottle of spirit is strong enough that it doesn't even pass her lips. Just as you bring it up to her nose, the smell of it kind of makes her go. What?
Are you okay, honey?
Oh no, my head is absolutely killing me.
What
in the-
happened?
Where am I? I
Can
don't
you tell us
know.
what happened?
You're in the
The
staff
last
room.
thing yes, which is good because that's the last thing I remember. I was sitting over there, and she points at the desk with the screen in front of it. I was sitting over there, running you through your room. That's where we, sit to monitor people. And thanks.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
Oh,
We love you.
Oh,
Never
I
stop, but
did
also
say I would go
Jesus
get
Christ.
some Fernet if. Oh dear.
Yeah, she says, and I was just sitting there, and then suddenly I had the worst pain in the back of my head. I heard someone come into the room, but I didn't look around to see who it was because I was, trying to focus on doing my job well. And then the next thing I remember is You guys standing over me.
So
I think someone hit me.
someone hit. Would it be Jason? Because I don't know how long you've worked with him, but I think we've reached the safe consensus of fuck Jason.
He is, what Shelley would say about him is that he is, quote unquote, high key the worst.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, aside from Jay,
well,
right? Let me just
I
have a
feel
look
like
at your
I should-
head.
You can make an investigation check or a medicine check on
Jeez.
her head if you would like.
Wow, with my +5, it is a 7. Could we not have gone with the 19 before?
There's some swelling. She's pretty sure. She's pretty sure that it sounds like she felt like she was hit on the back of the head. But you can't do anything to kind of fix it. She says, well, I'm not really supposed to give any details about, this, that feels, the staffing here. I didn't see who came in, but, that feels like confidential information.
Yeah. Can I was there anyone else in the room doing work with you, or was it just you and then suddenly something hit you in the head, or were there other people working in the room with you?
No, generally the only person who stays in the staff room is usually if anyone's on their break, which no one was, or the person doing the monitoring of the person going through the room. We don't have a lot of space here, so we put the monitoring station in the same place as the staff room to kind of squish it all together, and no one was on their break. It was just me.
Who is monitoring our game?
I was.
Okay, so who else was working at the same time as you?
Again, I feel a bit uncomfortable disclosing the employees' work schedules.
But do you remember when we called on the radio and we were like, "Where's Megan?" and it was fucking Jason? You guys remember that? It's fucking Jason.
Who is fucking Jason? No one's fucking Jason. That's one of Jason's problem, is that no one is fucking Jason.
No, guys, listen to me. I'm having a brain bulb right now. A brain bulb, okay?
Oh,
You guys remember that one time we were calling on the phone and we were like, "Megan, we want to use one of our thingies," and then Megan wasn't there and it was Jason. Why was Jason answering the phone if Megan was in charge of our game? That's all I'm saying.
So basically what you're saying is fuck Jason.
I mean, obviously, but beyond that, I'm is Jason a piece of shit beyond just being an idiot? That's what I'm wondering right
I will feel so betrayed if he is. He taught my children how to ice skate. And if he's going to be doing stuff like this, he's bad apple.
If there was ever anything which is a black mark against anyone, it's a man who teaches small children to ice skate and turns a puppy into a ball of sludge. If you wanted to know that anyone was a fuckwit, those two things are enough. As far as I'm concerned, Jason is a bad, bad man.
All right. Well, aside from Jason, Megan, I know that you're loath to disclose these things because they are confidential, but I would point out that you were just found in a WC with your head bashed in and there's no one else around. This may be time for an exception. It might help.
Was I in the toilet? That's so embarrassing. Roll me a persuasion check.
Lovely.
You're very good at persuasion.
I am very good at persuasion, except right now when I rolled a natural 1.
Oh no!
What is wrong? What is fucking cleric curse?
Why would you do this?
We also have to drink for.
Oh, yeah.
It is Big Brian time.
Hardcore.
Big Brian time.
Megan, she looks up at you and says, "Look, I'm really sorry, but I just don't feel comfortable disclosing that kind of information." And she kind of starts to fan her face and goes, "I feel really, I don't know, I just feel really warm and really faint. can someone take me outside or something? I just feel like I need some fresh air. This is all very overwhelming.
Yeah,
So Clara uses her very long arms to sweep her up in what can only be described as an officer and a gentleman moment, like to the point where Love lifts us up, starts kind of almost playing over the speakers.
Given your kind of comparative height, you are slightly taller than her, but not too much taller. Make me a strength check. You sweep this woman off her feet.
In theory, this is going to go well. In practice,
It should do.
In theory, persuasion is a +3 modifier for me.
18.
Yes.
Ah,
You sweep her off her feet, and she there is a look across her eyes, just for a moment, a flash that might imply that she is feeling faint, but for a slightly different reason. And then the general groggy, possibly concussed look comes back over her eyes, and she goes, "Oh, thank you. I am, feeling really rubbish. If you could just take me outside. I'm just, feeling very overwhelmed right now."
Yeah, like I feel like she needs a cigarette or something. I don't know.
A cigarette.
I don't know. That'll wake her up. I think, right? That's how that works.
So Clara picks her up, and as say, like there is a song playing, which sounds like something like Love lifts her up, and so Clara, using her very long arms and her low center of gravity, scoops her up and begins carrying her towards the front door. And like what's weird is because no one remembers her picking up like a peak cap, like a captain's cap from the gift shop, even though they obviously were there, but like Clara at some point gaz that, and so she's basically Tom Cruising it out the door.
Stunning.
Oh shit!
Stunning. The front door kind of opens in much the same way as you remember. There are two sections. The first doors slide open, and you're in this kind of very dark little bit, and the music starts, the kind of tinny music starts to play. You keep walking out to the front, and there are you just out the front of the Adventuring Academy. The rest of you are still in the staff room, surrounded by all the various staff room things.
Can I didn't do this earlier, but can I do like a perception check to see if like there's been any signs of struggle? Because like I feel like there might have been other people in the room, or like a sense of someone else being in this room as recently as maybe.
Yeah, give me an investigation check of the room. Anyone who's still in the room that wants to have a poke about in the room,
Sure.
go and have a poke about.
I got a 19.
I do love a poke about.
That's what
I'm
they say
sure
about her.
you do.
I got a 10.
I got a 10. I'm rolling abysmally today.
Where were you guys specifically looking? Were you looking at the walls, at the furniture, at the floor, at the other doors?
So I kind of want to look exactly because Megan said she was like on the computer, and like that's where she like knocked out. So I kind of want to see like around that area if there's like anything else that could like be indicative of something,
Okay. Yes, as with a 19, as you look at the desk, there is sort of a small screen in front which is off right now, but based on what Megan told you, you can kind of imagine that it meant you could see into the room that the party was in. It also seems like kind of just like a general admin desk. It's the only place that you could sit and write in the staff room, so there's kind of one of those paper organizers with incoming and outgoing. There are a few letters, there are a few forms, empty rotas and empty sign-in sheets. And with a 19, on the desk, you can find one set of papers that jumps out at you because it features a name that you recognize. And it is what you read to be a letter of temporary employment from a place called Jack Trades Temp Agency. There is an address of the agency listed on there, as well as the address of the adventure rooms. The letter is addressed to Jackson Brown and confirms the temporary hire contract for a Jason Milano.
Like, I hold up the paper and I'm like, guys, I told you, look at Jason. Jason's on here on this paper. Do you know what that means? Look at it. And I show it to everyone.
Oh, he is Sketchtown.
I'm just, like, I feel like I don't know, guys. I mean, fuck Jason, obviously, but, like, this is beyond fuck Jason. I think Jason's trying to fuck with us. Like, you know?
Yeah, this is a new
I don't
level,
know.
for sure.
I can't believe your kids, like, spend time with him, Hildy. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I am feeling very uncomfortable about that information now that I know that he's pure evil. And I'm gonna write something on Yelp, or I don't know. What do you do for that sort of thing? Angie's List? Or I don't want to be a Karen about this, but you know, kidnapping is where I draw the line.
No, it's not a Karen thing when, like, you know, it makes sense. Like, he's an actual people. Like, he's out here. He's evil.
Clara writes back and is like, let's just write a ship review on Whelp, which, as we all know, is water deep help. Well,
Yeah.
Well,
Fantasy Yelp. Hildy and Mirabelle, whereabouts are you? What are you having a look at while you're doing this investigation check at the same time?
You
So
said
when
there
you
were
having a poke at in the room?
lockers, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna look at the lockers.
Cool. Yeah, there are 7 lockers. They're kind of they're the full height lockers. 7 kind of quite slim ones squeezed into this space.
Oh no, Andrea! What are you doing to us?
Like, drunk me is super generous. I'm like, yes, everyone gets this up now.
Welcome, Guppercum.
Andrea has gone full Oprah Winfrey. She's like, and a stab for you.
I need that.
And a stab for you.
I love you, babies.
Oh, sir, please, let us hear more of that American accent.
Huh?
Right.
Let's hear more of that American accent.
More American accent. That will require a character change, and then you can have more of my American accents.
Excellent. Next
That's
campaign, everyone.
One reason to tune into the next campaign, in which case some of us might be playing Americans. Who knows? With a 10, you can use your eyes and you can read, and each of the lockers are named. The names across the 7 lockers that you see are Cug, Megan, Olive, Jackson, Emmanuel, Potts, and Alan.
Okay.
Can I apologise for anyone in the UK who finds the word knockers funny? It's just reached that stage for me.
Oh, night, Jack. Let's go.
Good night, Jen. Thank you for joining us.
I'm
Go have a nap.
I think Hildy's gonna try to open Jackson, thinking like, okay, maybe he's going by an alias or something here.
Roll. Do I make you roll on this? Because you've just roll me and a straight intelligence check.
Straight intelligence. Okay. That's just a regular old D20 because I've got a +0 in intelligence. An 11.
Yeah, you got the letter from Clara when she found it, and you saw that letter of confirmation of employment was addressed to a man named Jackson.
Okay.
Or a person named Jackson. That was the the title on it was addressed to Jackson Brown, and it was a confirmation of employment of Jason Milano.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna try to open that locker there.
Cool. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Okie doke. All right. That's gonna be this d20 plus 1. So what do we got? 18.
Sweet. Yeah. This is not a difficult thing to open. It's got one of those twisty turn locks, but it's not particularly sturdy, and you realize after a bit of sleight of handing that if you just give it a proper good tug, as with most things, it just kind of comes open. Inside the locker, you see
I'm just seeing this mascara now.
Oh, aren't we supposed to drink on innuendos? We're all
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
die.
that
We're all
was
gonna
my
die.
rule.
deeply deliberate kilobits.
Oh my.
Yeah, there are 2 polo shirts. There is a set of kind of grubby trainers. There is a book and a couple of pictures stuck on the inside of the locker door.
So Hildy is first of all going to grab the shoes and put them in her bag, because that is yet another thing. Really, mostly out of spite, but she's like, this is another thing that Shelly can set on fire.
Beautiful, stunning. We love to see.
And then you know, she's gonna take the book and see what the book is.
Yeah, I'm trying to I think I really want to just I'm gonna go wolf again, so I can smell and see if I can go ahead and smell more now since we're out here. Is that cool?
Yeah.
Sorry.
If you have, does Wild Shape take a spell slot? Or
no, it's its own thing, and we can do it twice per short rest. So
you can do it twice. Yes. Super. Yes,
So,
you Wild Shape, and once more,
I'm a wolf.
the horrific process of going from tiefling to wolf occurs.
Don't look at me! As I said, please. But I really do want to. I feel now, I'm okay, I'm trying to find fucking Jason now, because I think that we're on him now. Can I smell for Jason, please?
Roll me a perception check with advantage. No, roll me an investigation check with advantage.
Okay. Let's do it. Investigation or...
Yeah. Investigation, because you're specifically looking for Jason and or adjacent smells.
Okay, I got a dirty 20. So
Oh.
Woo!
Oh, did no one else groan at that part? Is that just me?
I was looking at the
Grown
channel
upon.
summary and how many times we had, and I was too busy just being fucking gobsmacked.
A dirty 20. Excellent.
Yeah.
So I think initially you kind of Wild Shape next to Hildy, and you can have a good sniff of that locker and those shoes, and you are very, very sure that the contents of that locker does not belong to Jason. This is very much a distinct smell. Whoever Jackson is, they're not Jason. You can get a slight whiff of Jason in here. There is a little bit of a trail of him in the toilet where Megan was. But the strongest smell you can get is out the fire escape at the back of the room.
So I kind of run to the fire escape and I start can I go is it the type that I could go on, or is it a fire escape ladder where I can't get on?
No, it's just a fire escape door. So it's one of those big doors with the big horizontal handle, which I suppose at your wolf height you probably could push your head up against and
Yeah.
and push open.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow my trail, baby.
Cool. You push open that door and you find yourself in a back alley. It's a fairly small alleyway butting up against the back of what looks like another set of buildings. And judging by what you saw when you came in, it is an alleyway that stretches all the way behind all of these buildings and pops out of the main road where you went to turn in for the escape rooms. The escape room was sort of in this industrial complex, and this alleyway seems to kind of, it doesn't go into that main area, it pops you back right out on the main road. You can see kind of carts going past there. Behind here, the smell for you is quite overwhelming because there are a lot of bins out here, just big kind of industrial waste bins. You do get a slight smell of Jason and a little bit of a smell of Bridget. And you are going to make me another perception check with advantage. But before that happens, while we are all standing around in the break room, Mirabelle has another
Everyone wants to hear.
Oh God.
And
Mirabelle walks. Go ahead.
Well, it's obviously about back alleys.
Oh, was it? I'm still in the staff room, darling.
Well, you can see out the back, and you can see a couple of bins, and the fact that it is clearly a very short, width-wise, a very narrow alleyway.
Mirabelle just kind of gets this kind of glazed over look as she's thrown back to a previous experience, and kind of goes to Hildy and goes, "Oh, Hildy, I know the alleyway is kind of like a place, but it just takes me back to this one time, and I know I'm not going to tell the others, but I know you'll accept me for who I am." And it was a festival. It was a Sharon Law festival a few years ago, and I just covered in glitter. And I was just having a grand old time with my friends. But then I locked eyes with, I don't want to know what that is, with this being. And I don't even remember who this being was, but just struck by their beauty and the energy. And I just couldn't contain myself. And so this fella and I and four of his friends just had to nip into a back alley, and you know the smell of dumpsters had never just kind of smelled the same to me after that.
So the dust is an aphrodisiac, is what you're saying.
You know, I'm a little bit overwhelmed, but I can't tell the others because Claire's just gonna get upset again.
Yeah, no, I understand. Would it help if I grabbed like a spray bottle and hosed you down, or what can I do to help you?
Oh, no, that's very much part of the memory. I need that would not help.
Oh, okay.
That was a very active element in the situation.
What's the book in the locker?
The book in the locker is a copy of a book, or when you kind of flick it open, a play called Romulus and Julian, which looks like a slightly weird retelling of a story that you remember reading in high school. But both of the characters are male, which you don't remember in the original play. But you kind of get the feeling that Jackson was kind of a bit of a forward, outwards thinker, and enjoyed consuming literature of all kinds, not just
Yeah, including about one of the founders of Rome.
Gotcha. Yeah. So. Would it help if I read you some of Romulus and Julian there? Because I don't know. In high school, this made me sort of sleepy. Maybe that might be better than hosing you down there.
I'll take any help I can get right now. I just need to calm down. I am getting very excited.
Okay.
Calm the fuck down.
So, Hildy starts reading a scene that it takes place in a kitchen, and it's just two characters discussing how high the heat setting has to be before making a quiche.
Yeah.
Fuck. Why is that funny?
It is somehow incredibly domestic, but incredibly sexually charged.
Oh no. Hildy.
So, Hildy,
I carry this in my
Mirabelle,
purse.
make me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no.
Goodness gracious, novel bodacious. Let me open up the red thing.
While this is happening, Clara enters going, oh my god, I've never met someone so clingy. I literally had to, like, throw her across the forecourt to get rid of her.
Again, I have a plus one. Oh wait, did I try the right?
A saving
No, I tried the
throw.
right thing. I was saving throw. So it's not that.
Yeah. No, it's not.
That
it's
one.
not-
Okay, I got it. It's still only a 13.
You are mercifully. There is something stirring in you, but you are able to kind of. You remember all of the times where a simple domestic activity has not turned into the intro from a porno, but has turned into an argument, and that has allowed you to kind of.
I'd like to
release
apologize to the
anything.
audience because we've lost at least 5 people while Mirabelle went down.
I don't think
It'll-
that's your
it'll
fault.
happen.
You're good.
Gwyneth,
I, for
give
one.
me, yes, give me that second perception check with advantage. No, investigation check
Okay, investigation again. So
with advantage because you are still wolf.
Yeah.
Don't know
Jesus
if those are
Christ.
wolf rules.
So that wasn't that great. I guess
It is good enough for you to while you are having a kind of a snuffle about, you can smell Jason sort of, his smell kind of tapers off towards the road. You get a very strong sniff of Bridget sort of in that direction, but mostly around one of the bins outside one of the adjacent businesses. Kind of
can I
next business down, one of the big bins outside. You can smell through that.
can I go to the bin where Bridget is, like the smell of Bridget is? Like just is it like big enough where I could like push it down as a dog and just be like,
No, it's one of those ones that's kind of 4.5, 5 foot up with a big kind of hinged lid. So as a wolf, you wouldn't be able to lift it up unless you rolled a fucking wild athletics check.
So, Clara,
I'm gonna howl.
Clara waddles onto the fire escape and she can see Gwyneth as a wolf, and she casts Speak with Animals, and she's like,
Oh my god.
What is it, girl? Is Bridget down a well? Where's Bridget? Tell me where Bridget is.
So like, first of all, fuck you. Second, I smell her over there. Do you want to open that with your like great like humanoid hands that I also have, but I'm using my nose instead of my hands right now? So
Wow, there is a lot of aggression here. It's not even passive. So firstly, we need to talk about this later. But
yeah, we'll talk about this later. But like, literally, Bridget, like I smell her. I smell Bridget. She's here.
God, you're so like. I preferred you as a tiefling. Like as a wolf, you're basically a fur cunt. I mean, I'm 2 pints of gin and tonic in, so fuck you all. Clara like monkeys down the fire escape, using her crazy long arms, and she has a go at the bins.
In what sense?
Yeah, I mean, you're quite...
She tries to open the bin. What more do you want?
Yeah.
I mean, Clara, who knows?
Yeah, roll me a very low DC strength check, just in case you could actually fail at doing this.
Do you know what? I've had so much to drink that I'm not entirely sure where strength is.
It took me 3 times to find Constitution saving.
Did you roll on that one?
It landed on a 20, and then went, oh, no, a 2.
Well, luckily, because you have a +3, that does make it a 5, and this was a very low strength check. You just managed to lift the lid just high enough and kind of get one of your shoulders and your kind of head under there. Because you don't have it fully open, make me an investigation check to kind of peer into the gloom of this bin, because you can only get it as far up as your shoulders go.
17.
So you can't fling the lid open. You see in the corner something very pink and very fluffy. And if you were to hazard a guess at this very moment, you would guess it was the pink feather boa that Bridget has been wearing for most of the last 24 hours.
So, just to be sure, Clara's going to use her long orangutan arms and, like, reach an arm in and, like, grab the feather boa.
Yeah, I will say, because you do have freakishly long arms and they haven't necessarily been useful up until this point, you can do that. You grab the edge of the pink furry thing and you pull it out, and it is indeed the pink feather boa that she has been wearing. And slightly gross and a little bit covered in some miscellaneous bin liquid.
So she's going to shove it under Gwyneth's nose and be like, "Go find, friend! Go find!"
I like growl at her. I don't even talk to her in like animal speak, and then like can I do another perception check or investigation to see if I can smell her? Okay.
Do another investigation check with advantage.
Okay, maybe not that one, but I mean that's not bad. But
that's not bad.
Look at me go! I smell the shit out of Bridget right now.
23.
Yeah,
stunning.
Wow.
I smell the shit out of her.
Yes, you already had a pretty good lock on her because you've spent a fair bit of time with her. But this pink feather boa kind of reignites the smell. One thing you do know for certain is that the pink feather boa was the thing that was drawing you to the bin. Else of Bridget's in that bin. It was just the pink feather boa, and as you have a sniff around, you can see kind of closer to the door back into the adventuring place. You can see kind of feathers just kind of scattered around the place, as if they were being dropped, and then the feather boa was taken off and discarded in the bin. The smell that you get from Bridget follows in the same direction as Jason, which is towards the road. And when you follow it, you get to the road and it turns right, which is back in the direction that you all came from the city. You follow it down the road, but you lose the scent fairly quickly. You can imagine they just travelled down the high road back.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, I don't know if Clara is following me, but because she can understand me, I can tell her, like, what I smell. And just be like, I think they went this way, but I lost them. Like, tell the other ones, and, you can talk to them.
So Clara just looks up and shouts, "Your forest has got the scent, guys! I'm following her!" And just, like, waddles after Gwyneth.
And, Hildy just goes, "Oh!" and kind of, like, scurries along, following them.
Yeah. And,
Maribel generally is about to follow, but like we haven't. But she's been with Hildy, and no one's looked at the photos in that locker yet. So I just want to take a quick glance at those before she runs after everyone else.
Fair. Totally fair.
Yeah, you have a very quick look at the photos. What you see is a very beautiful kind of human man. Seems quite tall, dark skin, very close cut, grey hair, with his one arm wrapped around kind of slightly smaller woman. Similarly with this big, gorgeous curly hair with this one grey streak through it. And they're just sat there smiling at the camera. There's another one of there's one that's kind of like a regular photo, and then one that's like a set of the photos you get in like a photo booth of the two of them kind of goofing around, and then some other kind of hands come into the photo as if while they were in the photo booth, some other person came to kind of fuck with their photos. But yeah, he just looks like a regular, quite lovely looking dude.
Just in case Mirabelle swipes the photos.
Okay.
And puts them in her pack and runs after Hildy with her little tiny stumpy legs running after a Goliath.
And on the image of this Goliath taking big strides out of this room, ducking her head under the fire escape, and this very small dwarven woman kind of chasing after her. We shall leave it there for tonight.
Yay!
So much progress tonight, ladies.
Yeah, we got
through one room.
You did.
Smashed
Not
it.
even.
I'm
I mean,
may I ask for something indulgent? Because I'm obsessed. I'm kind of like I feel bad because it's my work, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm obsessed with this thing I did, but I'm a little obsessed with the wheel. Can I do one more text?
Yes.
Okay.
You want me to redeem it? I'll redeem a text.
Okay.
The wheel might be, and I'm not lambasting anyone's work. The wheel might be one of the favourite things we've ever done.
I agree.
I can't redeem
So
it.
good for that. I stand the wheel, is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, this is the best thing I've ever seen.
I have a
on
silky
any-
coat.
What happened next?
Ooh.
I have a silky coat.
What does that mean?
It means he wants her to pet
Very
him.
interesting. Yeah.
It means he's not circumcised. That's all I'm saying.
What?
What?
Also possibly.
What do you mean? Hello? Is that not what that means?
This is where the whole transatlantic thing comes massively unfurled, because I'm just like, well, no one's uncircumcised. Oh, right, yeah, no, I get it now.
To answer Tom's question, I have approximately 17 boxes on my flowchart. We got through 1, 2, 3, 4. We got through 7 of them.
Hey!
Yeah.
So we're running this actually all summer.
Yes, I'm very proud of you. Thank you so much on this most miraculous and incredibly generous of streams.
Yes.
You guys have been absolutely just a delight in how generous with your time and attention, and also your sweet gift subs and cheers and all that good stuff. You guys are all absolutely lovely. I will do a couple of reminders that 20% of all of this channel dosh will be going to a charity, which we will announce in the next couple of days. So they've been supporting us, you were supporting that as well. And also that for the next couple of weeks, we will be taking a few weeks off, as some of us are otherwise indisposed. And so we'll be having some fun, silly games and some one-shots, very kind of casual stuff over the next couple of weeks. And then we'll be back on the hype of this story for more weeks than I think I have planned for.
Yeah.
But Yes, we will update you on exactly who will be playing what games in the next few weeks as we know what they are. But in general, yes, please return, as the Killer Bit said, for more oversharing. We won't be playing as the regular characters next time, but I'm absolutely sure that you can force the general players to do a lot of oversharing. In fact, I think most of the time they'll just do it under their own free will. So
I dare you to dare me.
Exactly.
Oh no, what just happened?
We gotta follow. Thank you.
Oh, who's...
That's my last drop.
End of the street.
We're very grateful and drunk.
A couple of thank yous as well. Obviously, all hail Queen Emily for her amazing.
All hail Queen Emily!
Oh, stop.
And I realised we haven't done it. I haven't said this explicitly, but a big thank you to Jess Julahoop on Twitter, which a lot of you know through Pressing Time, for taking the amazing pictures that are our overlay now features. It was a lot of fun to take those with her at the last Questing Time live show. She's an absolute treat in general. So thank you so much, Jess. I don't know if you're watching this or will see this, but I'm very grateful because it's made the stream look very, very cool. So, yes. Does anyone else have anything else to plug?
No.
We love you, though.
You're like, you've all been so lovely.
Yeah.
The party have been genuinely lovely. But also thanks to Han for writing this and DMing.
Yes,
Because-
absolutely.
Yeah.
It is genuinely my pleasure. 100%. It is an absolute joy, and I can't wait to get back to the story. But it will be nice to have a couple of breaks. A couple of weeks.
I wish I could make next week, but my mother. That's.
If it's not one
I mean, I
thing,
feel
it's
like
your mother.
that's most of my therapy.
Like for real.
I wish I could make next week, but, you know, my mother.
If we plug one thing tonight, it's go to therapy because you probably need it.
Yeah.
See,
Exactly.
Also, call your mother, probably.
Call your mother. Oi,
Call your
Bubula, I
mother.
tell you. I call my mother like 3 times a day. I mean, we're like this. She drives me crazy.
Maybe not that much. But
my spell was from a character. I moved in with my mother, and I went, Boobala, it costs me less to live with you than it does to like phone you, so I'm just moving in. That's what I think.
I don't know why I did this Brooklyn Jewish grandmother accent, but I'm telling you, I'll introduce your boy to my girl Rachel. They're gonna make a great pair, have wonderful Jewish babies. It's gonna be great.
I mean, I will bring you Josiah to meet Rachel any day you name. You name the day, and I will be there.
This is absolutely at least one of, if not both of your characters for the next full stream.
If there's one voice I can weirdly do without any prompting, it's that one, and I don't know why, but it started a long time ago. Okay, I do the Chaim, Tiny Moose. I next time you and I are on voice chat, I deeply want to hear you say the Chaim to me.
Chaim. Next one shot I lead will be entirely Fiddler on the Roof inspired.
Oh,
I love Fiddler.
So
no. Okay.
Without the podrums, like it's just gonna be fine.
Just fun.
Ideally, I'll play the terrible Russians. I'm kidding, I will not. Okay, question. The only channel we currently follow, I would love to do some raids personally. We haven't been doing any raids as the channel. But the only channel that we currently follow that is online is Marine Mammal Rescue.
I love marine mammals.
Which is genuinely delightful because it's just a live stream of otters.
Aww.
I mean, fuck it. Let's follow a live
All right, let's do it.
Let's ask what would make Clara #moist, and let's be honest, a live stream of otters.
No, I will not have you do
moistness.
Otter hype.
Yes, otters.
So
100% yes, otters.
I love it.
As our check queen, can you
get an otter here?
Yes.
The other people who are live are the Initiative Order, who are currently doing the Samurai and the Dragon, and they are cute as fuck. So
that might be quite nice. Yeah.
So yes, the initiative Otter.
So-
Also, there was some lady named Mindari, and I thought she does Dungeons and Dragons, and also a cute lady Dungeons and Dragons streamer. So I followed her.
Okay.
I
So
can
who are
see-
we?
I can see. Shall I start a raid for Mandari?
Sure,
Uh,
sure.
Someone. I think
Um,
3 of us are logged in right now.
yeah. Here's the plan.
I
then.
have started a raid.
Hooray!
Yay!
What do we shout when we get
Everybody.
there?
I think we should just have Brian. Brian!
Brian! All right. So
Brian!
everyone,
Good luck, cabbage.
here's
Gotta
the
keep
plan.
that good luck cabbage hype
Good luck,
going.
Yes.
cabbage. Good luck, cabbage. Let's fucking go.
Also, just be
Thank
nice.
you
Be
all
really
so
nice
much,
to her.
everyone.
Yes. I'm
We
going
will see
to.
you.
Thank you.
Be kind and lovely, and we will see you all very, very soon.
Yes. And so you'll see the credits, and then we will raid. Thank you, everyone.
Great, great, great.
Oh,